people, welcome once again to Wrestling Showdown Rewind here on the W3L network every Sunday at 12 o'clock as always. And as I'm sure you know, if you're a subscriber, if you're not, hit the button. One click is all it takes. But not only do we give you Wrestling Showdown Rewind every Sunday at 12, but we give you other stuff on the network. And just a few days ago, we gave you the Untold Exile, hearing from Luke Aldridge himself. He's had a whole bunch of these episodes that are all up on the network for you to enjoy. There's a whole ton of content. Hit the subscribe button, you'll be notified when new things arrive. And this will tide you over until we can be back up and running, bringing you live W3L action. And when we do bring you live W3L action, we'll have Crafty Connoisseur ably assisting us. You should check them out online. Hit up their social media. You'll find some offers, maybe a sneaky coupon code if you're lucky. And then make a purchase from their website. They will send stuff out to you. They are highly recommended. Check out Crafty Connoisseur. Make a purchase, tell them we said hello. And if you want to make a purchase, buy a W3L fan support package. Prices begin at only £5. So there's something to suit every budget. And you not only get cheap ringside tickets, you get DVDs, signed posters, and exclusive video messages from a W3L star of your choice. And basically you get to help tide us over until we can be back up and running properly. And I mentioned Luke Aldridge moments ago. And of course in his earlier days he was known by a different name. And we're going to be seeing him under that name in just a moment in this week's match. Because we've got a crazy 6-man tag team match. Not something we have a lot of here on Wrestling Showdown, particularly on Rewind. But considering the events of the past few weeks, it was only understandable that it would happen. Mike Musso, the very good Mr. UNG Mackie, and Livewire Jaden James take on Lucian Maynard Smith, Nathan Black, and the menacing Bulgarian Baker Bozidar Baranamir. We saw last week that Mike Musso was effectively jumped by 3 men, and it took Mackie and James coming to his aid. Tensions are running high, 6 combustible elements. Can one referee control this? Well, I'm guessing probably not. But let's find out as we go down to ringside for this week's 6-man tag team match. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown Rewind. We've got a big 6-man tag team contest in the offing. Now, over the past 4 weeks or thereabouts, we've seen these 6 men in different combinations. 4 weeks ago, we saw Livewire Jaden James in the green and pink singlet taking on Nathan Black in the purple trunks. 3 weeks ago, it was Lucian Maynard Smith in his black and green shorts taking on the very good Mr. UNG Mackie, who's now in green with his new skirt. And it was just last week that we saw the merchandise Mike Musso in his resplendent yellow and red tights defending the W3L Heavyweight Championship against the black-clad Bulgarian Baker. We are off and running. The Baker and his men jumping their opponents before the bell. Remember last week the Baker didn't have the match going his way. And look at this, it's carnage in this ring. There's almost too many bodies to fit. Everybody kind of like colliding into each other, but they've all gone into corners, they've all paired off, and fists being raided. Mackie going back to Smith, they've got some unfinished business. The Livewire and the Baker and Musso and Black. There's going to be all sorts of chaos. I do not envy the referee trying to keep control of this one, and Musso and his team launch away together. The Baker bounced off Nathan Black, I think without running into a wall. Baker's up in the corner. Oh, now he gets flung into Nathan Black. Oh, the Baker doesn't even get a chance to fall over. Musso once again whips him at the corner. And all these men go down. Poor Lucian Maynard Smith, he's right in up against turnbuckles. So he's got the pressure of the Baker and the Black crushing into him. And I think we're about to see the 3 opponents being ejected. I think that's what Musso's got in mind. And over they go, and there's fans on the floor of the Hammer. Nathan Black trying to stay in the ring, and look at this. Fans attacking Nathan Black. They're going to try and knock the tattoo off his spine.
And is that Lucian with a chair, and there's fans chasing the Baker around the ring. This has gotten heavily out of hand. We figured it would. In light of everything that went on over these past few weeks. Of course, we saw they've gotten everywhere. It's just too difficult to keep up with. Mike Musso defending the title against the Bulgarian Baker last week. The Baker did have the match going his way, low-blowed Musso and got himself disqualified. And he then went away and brought out Nathan Black and Lucian Maynard Smith, who's just been flattened with that clothesline, to come out and attack Musso. They wanted to do some permanent damage as Livewire goes to the cover. But it was Livewire and the very good Mr. Yuichi Maki that came out to make the save. And of course, challenges were issued, management agreed in a 6-man tag as the result is Smith, poor man, this is his second W3L match ever. And he's on the wrong end of the live wire. Jaden James, who gets caught with that double axe handle. And obviously these men have had the opportunity to watch the other matches from this event and see what's happening as Smith hits the uppercut. And it's interesting actually watching Lucian Maynard Smith. Remember this match from the September 2012, and to see where he is nowadays as Luke Aldridge. It's like night and day almost, isn't it? You'd hardly think it was the same person. And then comes Nathan Black. Not a happy man. He battled Jaden James 4 weeks ago. James, incidentally, the least experienced. Oh, look! The Baker throttling him with the wrist tape. Of course, the Baker's normal attire with his chef white have been lost somewhere between Bulgaria and Scotland, so he's had to put on this outfit. He borrowed the tights from one of the wrestlers, the vest he purchased somewhere locally. Nathan Black with the suplex. And Livewire's no small man, but Nathan Black is a powerful man, and Luke just puts a foot on him, showing him no respect whatsoever. He did get the victory over Livewire Jaden James in their match against each other. But James is the least experienced man in this contest. But that is not to sell him short by any means. Looked very impressive against Nathan Black. You can go back and watch that contest. He's crawling to try and make the tag, and Nathan Black just jumps on him. I think in a match like this is hang on, tensions are running high with Musso and Maki, which, I mean, the irony of these days when you consider that to be going to have such a long feud with each other. They're a tag team right now, but tensions are running high, so it's going to be difficult for people to keep their composure. The Baker arguing. Now here's a lovely piece of historical trivia for you. Now, the year after this, in the July of 2013, these two men wrestled one-on-one, the Bulgarian Baker and Livewire Jaden James. During that match, the Bulgarian Baker broke Livewire's nose, and as a consequence he ended up being covered in Jaden James's blood. If you were at that particular show, you'll know exactly what I mean. Now, if you see the Baker, he often still wears that white Baker's jacket with the blood on it. And if you ever wonder why it's covered in blood, it's because it's the blood of Livewire Jaden James. This is where that match came about. Their interactions in the 6-man tag led to the match the following year. So yeah, that's why the Baker often has that blood-covered jacket, that white jacket that he wears. It's because he broke the nose of Jaden James, and it's his blood that covers it. And he wears it as a trophy to show just the depths to which he will stoop. And Smith disrespecting his opponent and backs him at the corner. Jaden James is caught on the wrong side of town. It's a cliche, yes, but it's true. And Maki, he got the victory over Lucian Maynard Smith in their match. I'd like to do it again if possible. And comes Nathan Black. He's teeing off on Livewire, who desperately needs to reach across for a tag. He's not that far away, but that's probably the longest couple of feet in his life right now. Nathan Black, that front face look, we know how deadly Nathan Black is. Such a huge, powerful man and agile with it. We've seen that multiple times. He's the Livewire trying to manoeuvre him into the corner. And he does, he makes the tag. Livewire Jaden James tags Mike Musso, but the referee will not allow it. The referee being distracted by Smith and the Baker saying you can't come without a tag. This is a really difficult thing for a referee. It's often been talked about that maybe in matches like this you need a second ref. There's only one here. Musso frustrated, Musso actually really annoyed. He made the tag, but the referee didn't see it, so he will not allow the tag as Nathan Black stands on live wire. Jaden James, double bicep pose. And it was the chicanery of the Bulgarian Baker and Lucian Maynard Smith that kept that referee distracted. And the Baker, oh, hold on. He has taken down those straps. In professional wrestling, that means that business is going to pick up. And what did pick up was Jaden James, as the Baker body slammed him. I mean, the Baker does throw heavy bags of flour around every single day as part of his day job in the bakery that he runs. Smith doesn't even go for a move, just goes straight for a cover. Maybe should have hit something first. And Smith now with a body slam. Still fairly easily done now. In comes Nathan Black. Well, he should be able to slam live wire quite easily, would have thought. And poor Mackie and Musso, they're having to watch their friend just be dismantled here. Well, Black held him with one arm. He's actually one of the unified tag team champions right now in W3L. Of course, that title not in line. Neither is the heavyweight championship either. The May of the previous year, 2011, is Hang On Black gets sent across the ring, and Livewire hit him with a desperation clothesline, and Black immediately scurrying to his corner, and Livewire unable to get across. He was close, but I don't think he realised where he was. I think I mentioned this before, but sometimes you get very familiar with the ring if you wrestle in a particular ring a lot, and so you just know where you are instinctively, and Livewire doesn't really have that because he's not spent a huge amount of time in W3L. Now he's caught by the Bulgarian Baker. I was going to say that in the May of 2011, Mike Musso battled Nathan Black in the finals of 7 Deadly Sins, which is of course last man standing rules. And they met a number of times after that. And again, when you look forward, when you look from the present day 2020 back, it's funny to think that Nathan Black and the very good Mr. Yuji Maki both ended up as members of Sanctuary throughout 2014. It's funny how time moves on and allegiances change as Livewire takes down Lucian Maynard Smith. Didn't catch his crisper spinebuster as he might have liked, but he knocked breath out of his lungs. He stunned Smith, and that is all that he needs. Now Livewire needs to crawl across and make the tag. This is his best opportunity. As he sits up, he looked at the wrong corner, so now he knows he's got to go the opposite way. Musso has an outstretched arm, and he's a tall man. Nathan Black gets the tag, and so does Mike Musso. And these two men that have collided throughout the years in W3L go at it, and the Baker goes down. He tasted that last week from Musso, and so does Smith. And Mike Musso, he is annoyed. Everything that he's had to watch. He was jumped by these three men last week. He's had to watch Jaden James be cheated on and be beaten down. Of course, Musso made that tag, but it was disallowed earlier. And a bionic elbow. Soon it's the Baker, maybe it should be Flowery Roads as opposed to Dusty, but irrespective, it's like the start of the match again. All 6 men coming in, and this referee, I mean, I think his best bet is just let them go at it, because trying to keep control has proved quite tricky. As Smith knocks Mackie on the ring apron. Hang on, a reversal. And a do-si-do. Clotheslines in the corner, and Smith and Mackie fighting on the floor as the Baker and Nathan Black hit the mat. And wait a minute, are we going to see it? We're getting a rowing boat. Vintage Mike Musso here, stretching out the legs of Nathan Black and the Bulgarian Baker, and it's Lucian Maynard Smith who's dispatched the very good Mr. Yuji Maki, and he breaks that up. That may look like a kind of silly move, but it stretches your hamstrings instead of your legs and makes it pretty sore. And now they've got hold. Oh, wait a minute. What's up indeed? And Mackey with a headbutt. And Lucian Maynard Smith. And now he's getting stretched out. I do not envy either of those men. The Baker, Black and Smith will be walking a bit gingerly on the way home, I think. Musso trapped in this corner. Oh, they've got that bread now. We did wonder if it was going to be loaded. Hang on. Nathan Black wants to use it. He's going to smash Mike Musso. Have they put something in it? I can't really tell. It's probably extra stale weight. No, Smith wants it. Smith and Black are arguing over the bread. They're arguing over who gets to. Oh, well, that's torn it. The baker is fuming. He spent ages making that, bringing that into the country. Oh, hold on. Triple roll up. And a pinfall victory for all three men. Mike Musso, Livewire, Jaden James, the very good Mr. UNG Mackey defeat their arguing opponents. Their baker is sent flying. Black is sent flying into the awaiting inflatable hammers, and Lucian Maynard Smith being singled out for the merchandiser. And Smith being hung out to dry. His two opponents, his two partners I should say, they've left. His three opponents just taking it to him. Now he takes a blunt force trauma. This is only his second match in W3L, but even so. And poor Lucian Maynard Smith being left by his tag team partners, no honor amongst thieves, I think. So here are your winners, the 6-man tag, Livewire Jaden James, the very good Mr. UNG Mackey, and the merchandise, Mike Musso.
We thought it would be carnage, and it absolutely was, but when the smoke clears, the dust settles, and all the cliches have been used, it's Mike Musso, Livewire Jaden James, and the very good Mr. UNG Mackey standing tall over their opponents. Well done to them. And again, dipping in the archives here on Rewind, they have been well received. We're glad that you like them. We will continue to bring you archival footage. It's so nice to look back throughout the extensive history of the Worldwide Wrestling League and see wrestlers that maybe aren't around anymore, or things you may have forgotten, or people in their earlier years. It's a lot of fun to do, so we'll be continuing to do that for the not too distant future. Now, I mentioned before, when we are back up and running, we'll have Crafty Connoisseur giving us an assist. Check them out on Let's Say, make a purchase from their store, they'll send it straight to you. Make sure you tell them we set low when you do it. And why not buy a fan support package? Again, prices start from only £5 and go upwards. Something to suit every budget. It helps you help us continue, and you get cheap ringside tickets, because I mean, when shows are up and running, you'll buy a ringside ticket at full price, so why not spend, let's say, £5 in this case and get one for way less money? It's logical, right? Plus you'll get a DVD and a signed poster and an exclusive video message from a W3L of your choice. You can pick that up. You can also buy W3L DVDs, you can buy W3L t-shirts. All those are available from our website, W3LWrestling.com. Buy them there and send them to the mailing list while you are at it. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram. Make sure you've subscribed to this very channel, and of course use that hashtag. Tell us your favourite part of Rewind. What matches have you seen? Who have you discovered that you didn't know about in the past? This has been a wrestler that's been on here that you weren't aware about. Maybe they've since retired. Get in touch and let us know what you think, and then come back next week, because we'll continue to dip into the archives. We'll have another amazing W3L match. I mean, they're obviously all amazing, but another amazing match for you right here on Wrestling Showdown Rewind.